Chips and Salsa show with Alice Lara
Don Jorge.
and actually the real name of this show is La Voz de la Comunidad.
La voz de la comunidad.
Now, normally you're used to seeing us at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and we're talking politics, but
Right.
this show is not. This show is totally different. It's very community oriented, and it's powered by the Lozada team.
Lozada team.
And we've got our guests coming up here soon. We're just going to get some housekeeping and stuff out of the way. But we have Christina Lozada coming up, and I believe Martha's coming with her. Do you know,
Yes.
George?
Yes. They're both going to be
Both
here.
going to be here. Great. So Christina Lozada is with the Lozada team. She's a realtor, fantastic and very successful. You're going to love her if you haven't listened to this show already. Then also with her is Martha Rodriguez. And Martha is part of the other end of the team, which is Security National. So she handles the mortgages and things if you want to buy a house. So this is the very first show of 2021.
The very first show.
Woohoo! Now, as you can see, first of all, I want to give George, George is all dressed up. Look at Don Jorge. He's got his suit on. Yeah. So he's ready for the professional team of Christina and Martha. Me, I'm sorry, I'm a casual person, but it's going to be a great show. And what we hope to accomplish in this show, in this time slot, like I said, it's a departure from politics. So if you're looking for politics, sorry, you got to tune in on Tuesday for that. But we're all about reaching the Hispanic community about home ownership, right, George?
Right. We want to empower the community to feel like they can reach that American dream. And the Lazada team will do that. We'll work with you and help you qualify for homes using programs that are out there that a lot of people don't know about. But the Lozada team does know about it, and they will counsel you. They have, of course, Security National Mortgage, the lenders, and they got the Allstate home insurance team to insure the house, and other team agents that are able to help to make this whole process work. And the Lazada team has it all bunched up in a little nice package, and they have a lot of mortgage counselors to talk to you, lenders to talk to you, and make you qualify and help you qualify.
And we did have our last show. I remember we had a couple of great guests. They were a realtor team, so
Yeah,
to speak, and they have so much knowledge. So really, you can take advantage of it. Now, maybe you're watching this, you're like, well, you know what? I got a house already. I don't really need. Well, you might have not thought maybe you want to refinance. Maybe you're thinking about the future of a different house. Maybe
right.
you know somebody who's a renter right now and they would like to look into buying a house. I mean, there's all
Exactly.
kinds of reasons for watching this show and getting information, don't you think, George?
Yeah, people in the community, uh, sometimes they feel the people have let them down and said, you can't qualify for a house. You'll never own a house. Uh, you have to, your credit is not that good. And they put people down. And in the Hispanic community is, mainly what we're reaching out to, because we're reaching out to all the communities, but the
Yes,
Hispanic
everyone's
community,
welcome.
yeah, but the Hispanic community, a lot of them feel like they can't achieve that dream, the American dream, and this is one aspect of reaching an American dream.
And what I want to do right now, we'll be doing this throughout the show as always, but I want to give you the number for Christina. So if you'd like to contact her direct or her team, you can call 602 460 4295. So I'll give that number again. That's 602 460, excuse me, 602 460 4295. Now, if you're interested in the loan part of it, you can always call Martha Rodriguez. And Martha's number is 623 326 7518. That's 623 326 7518. So you can get a lot of information from them.
And they're very helpful. Christina and her team. She has a team of expert agents. We've had a couple of agents here. Our first last year, our first show segment, and it was fantastic. They've done it. They pride themselves in being team members. I think she has about 22 to 24 team agents that work under the Lazada team banner. So, and that's not including Martha, who's with Security National, and the other people with the Allstate. I think Allstate has 6 agents that are dedicated to the Lazada team. So it's a fantastic organization, and you're going to hear more about it in the next segment when Christina is here and Martha is here.
Yes. And, I do own a home and George is a renter. I think George's going to be looking to
Yeah,
buying a home. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. And there, a lot of times, if you're like the first time person, like when I remember when we were first thinking about buying, we thought, well, there's a lot of responsibility that
oh
comes
yeah,
with the home. You have to pay taxes, you have to keep up with it. And we think, is it really worth it? But then when we started doing our homework, we figured out that, gosh, we were paying a bunch of money to rent.
yeah,
And while you might think, well, it's really not that bad, what you're doing, and I don't blame them because they own the building that you're renting them from, but they've got to pay taxes and other expenses. So that's why they charge you as much rent as you need to. Plus, they've got to make a profit.
right.
So
I
if you can
mean,
get into your own home,
it's a win-win situation because when you're renting, of course, like Alice said, you're paying the homeowner and the mortgage company, the
their
homeowner,
loan maybe.
and the people managing the home. Everybody gets a cut out of that, and the homeowner whose investment you're living in. They may have 5 homes, and all 5 homes are investments for them. If you have your own home, and people know this, you're paying for your investment. Everything you do in that home is to you make your investment more valuable. You put a pool, you add another $15,000 to your home value. You add uh, landscaping, you improve the landscaping. Right away you improve the value of your home. Everything you do, and owning a home, that's the whole thing about owning a home. You want that freedom that this is your house. The money you're paying into it is you're paying for your investment, and your investment for that home. And that's
And just
oh,
like we were talking with Steve, oh, by the way, I want to give kudos. So we've got some technical directors and producers here that put all this show and make it possible to do this. So, of course, we have Julian Allison, who is the owner, founder, creator of Central City Radio. And we kind of funnel our way through Talk Central Phoenix. That's one division of his station, the digital station. And then also our good friend Steve Palmer. He's our tech guy helping us out as well. And so we really appreciate that because they're responsible for putting on a nice, good, clean, technical show. But we were talking to Steve earlier before the show started, and he was telling us, I mean, the rents here in Phoenix, in the Phoenix area, they are not cheap, okay? Because I looked up what our home could rent for, and I was amazed. In fact, I started thinking, my husband thought, I wonder if we should maybe rent our home out, you
yeah.
know?
Because you guys have a home, and you guys have put additions to your home, because you landscape your backyard,
Yeah, we did
and
landscaping.
they've done a lot, and they've just increased the value of their home. Everything they do. So being a homeowner, that you take care of your property for one. Uh, when you're leasing, some people that are leasing, they don't take care of some of the properties. We do, but I mean, just there's a lot of people that don't, and it's not theirs, so they just lease it. Um, it's You feel more pride and ownership when you have your own home.
And the rates are still so very, very low,
Yeah, especially now the rates
extremely
are
low.
low. And that's what the Lozada team will tell you now is a good time to uh, invest in a home because your mortgage payments will probably be less and your the rates are low. So it's the
Why
qualifying
not
is a
take a
little bit
look?
better.
Even if you're not thinking, because like we us right now, we've been in our home a while. We're very comfortable, and we're not thinking about selling it or doing anything. But it's always good to kind of know you could still meet with one of their team members and kind of get an idea. You know, what is your home worth? Should you think about refinancing it? Should you think about maybe selling and buying something else? Maybe you could upgrade and you didn't even know. Are you comfortable in your home? There's so many things that you can explore with that. And why not do it with professionals that know what they're talking about?
Yeah, and they'll show you what you're looking for. If you're looking for a 2 bedroom, if you're looking for a 3 bedroom, if you're looking for a 2-story house with the bedrooms upstairs and downstairs, or a single level house, they'll show you two or three houses, and let you make the decision of which one suits you. If that doesn't work, then they'll look into other homes or in a neighborhood. They'll try to find in the neighborhood where you live, and I think it's the perfect way to look for a house.
Yeah, and I can tell you about my own experience of when we first started looking for a house. But again, I want to give you their phone numbers because what we'll try to do is also have them on our Facebook site as well. And we're working on our website. So once we get that going, I think I'm going to enlist Steve's help with that because he's Mr. Technical. We're going to have all this information for you so you can go there and get it. But the Lozada team, you can call Christina Lozada. That's Lozada. See, it's right up here, Lozada team. And you can call her 602 460 4295. That's a 602 number, 460 4295. But when we started looking for a house, and we actually bought a townhome first, okay? And I didn't know very much about anything. But at that time, the realtors would come and they'd like pick you up for an afternoon and they'd take you to all these different houses to look at and, see what you like, what you didn't. I mean, a lot of gas and time and all that. Well, I was just talking to somebody the other day. They said, well, things are different now. What they do is, okay, what are you interested in? And then boom, you could probably sit here with your laptop or a
Yeah,
computer and they show you, okay, here's the area. Let me tell you about this area. Here's this house, and they have what they call virtual tours.
a virtual tour,
So
exactly.
so you look at whatever is on there. Maybe you can tell. Oh, I don't like the color of that house. Or I don't like that floor plan. Let's look at something else. I mean, it's a whole
Yeah,
different, unique
and
experience.
and I mean, if you have one of the 65-inch TV and it's a smart TV, and you put it on your TV, you take the virtual tour on your TV
You
right
feel
there.
like you're in the house, huh?
Yeah, and we've done that before, and you just go from picture to picture to picture to picture, seeing every room, and you can go back at your own leisure, and like Alice said, you could look at three homes in one day, four homes in one day, and it's just a matter in your own living room, just sitting in your living room looking at them and discussing it with your significant other, and or others, and talking about the what you're seeing. Say, hey, that kitchen, I like that kitchen. Oh, you know what? I don't like that part of the kitchen. Or somebody else will say, you know what? It should have something else, and that's what it's all about in shopping for a home, is the interaction of your significant others and your older children, if they're going to move in with you. Everybody has an input, and it's beautiful to see, especially the virtual tours. uh, and then when you do decide on a residence or two, then they'll probably tour you, actually a physical tour, so you can do other, look under the cabinet and look at the pipes,
Yeah,
or
in this climate of COVID, it's so convenient to be able to just look at it on
yeah,
a computer. And then
yes,
I'm sure when you go, they do everything else.
yeah.
You wear your mask or whatever you have to do
Or
to go
they have
look at it.
now. I think they have now where you go to the residence and you key yourself in. The key is in the lock box. You let yourself in, and then you go to an actual tour, and then you put the key back in the box and you lock it. And that's how some of the tours are now.
And you might be thinking, well, why do I want to go through a realtor and they're just going to make a bunch of money and do all that stuff? But there is so much to buying a home and you don't want to get ripped off, first of all. So that's why it's really important. You've got to find someone that you can
Yeah,
trust and is going to give you the right information and going to help you.
yeah,
I know we did that the first house too. And at first I thought, well, this is kind of weird. But then somebody said, no, it was happened to be a friend at church. So I thought, okay, well, they go to my church and I think I sang with them in the choir and everything. And they were they knew what they were doing. So when we went and we didn't know about this or that, well, they educated us. And it really helped. It really helped. So you know, why try to do things the hard way? This is a really good way to do it. And they speak Spanish too, but you don't necessarily have to be Spanish speaking to join them
right.
because they want to reach all the community.
Yes, and they're bilingual, and so they help everybody. Of course, we are reaching out to the Hispanic community because we're here in South Central, and the Hispanic community is in need of the Lozada team and the services they offer. remember, there's government programs and there's state programs that people don't talk about, and
Veterans.
it takes these, it takes the experts to let you know, hey, you qualify for this, and you might not have been told about this, but you do qualify for this, and it'll help you in your purchase of the home and getting into the home. So it's always good to talk to the experts. Uh, Alice has gone through this, and I've gone through it, and I'm going to go through it again.
Are you going to use the Lozada team? Are you thinking
Oh
about buying a
yes,
house?
yes, yes.
That's going to be really cool because then we can
I'll have
kind
my
of gauge and we can,
my
what did you
testimonial.
like? What kind of tips can you give to people out there that decide they want to start looking for a home? You know?
Yeah, I'll do a testimonial. And we're going to have people come in here doing testimonials that the Lozada team has helped and is helping. They close close to 56 homes a month. And that is a
Wow.
lot of homes and maybe more. And the way the market is now, homes are selling. And so you have to get in now with the interest rates low and the mortgage rates low. So now is the time to really look into the home buying.
Yes, and it's so important because in addition to that part of it, they also offer the mortgage loan part of it, and that of course is Security National. So you can always call Martha, and maybe that's where you're at right now. Maybe you're saying, I don't know if I can qualify. I've only been working a short amount of time, or start a new family, or whatever. Everybody has different circumstances, but you can call Martha Rodriguez, and you can call her at 623-326-7518. So I'll give that number again. That's Martha Rodriguez, and that's 623-326-7518. I'll have those numbers memorized so you can't tell that I'm reading them. But I want to get you the right numbers. But we're so excited to start this new year this way. I'm really excited about doing this show with them.
I'd love, you know, every time that we mention this and somebody qualifies for a home, I'll feel so proud that we help somebody achieve a dream, even if it's just through the talk radio and our voice out there and bringing them together with the Lozada team and watching it to fruition and watching them get a home and then bringing them on the program. Either they come on the program or they write a testimonial out. It'll feel so good that you empowered some people to reach the American dream, their American dream with their familia and their significant others. Something that's going to last for years and years because you just don't live in a home when you buy it for just 5 years or 10. It's like 20 or 30 years sometimes. And unless you sell it, but a lot of people, Hispanics don't really sell their houses that often. They stay in their homes for a while.
Because
So
we have familias.
we have familias. And the thing is, and it radiates. You buy a house, and your familia is going to want to buy a house too. The ones that haven't bought a house, and they said if Jose can get a house, and they could help him get a house, maybe they can help me. It's my cousin. He's my brother. Let me try. And then you find out that you qualify. So then you got two people in your family to qualify. And then it mushrooms, and then you find out that 5 or 6 members of your family have used the Lozada team to get a house, and they're all part of the American dream. And when you get a house, your credit rating starts to get better. You start to be able to afford even better things that maybe renting don't doesn't allow you to do because the way the credit system is, you have to get credit, pay it off, uh, and that's the proper way. But owning a home puts you in a little higher uh, category of being able on credit, being able to buy other things on credit as long as you can afford it. And when people own homes, their wives have a job, their husbands have a job, their teenage son, if he's working there, gets a part-time job and helps out. So even he
George, you're putting
starts.
everybody to work. Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you
You
got
make
to do
everybody
it.
work.
That's the way the familia works. Everybody works to help the familia, to help help pay for the house and help buy the good things and the dreams that they want.
And another thing they were talking about, and probably for the future, we're going to be doing this. What they'd like to do is you could come down to where we do the show, and that's at 24th Street and Baseline, and have little workshops or just be available right afterwards. You
Yeah.
can come and talk to Christina or Martha or whomever we're interviewing at that particular show and just get some information. I mean, what a great deal. Maybe you're just getting off work. You're like, ah, you know what? I can cruise down there and talk to them for a few minutes. Pick up their business card, get a little idea about them, and what do you need?
Yeah, and
Because
this is going to be
think you got a
open,
one-stop shopping here, really. You
and it's
do.
going to be open to the public, so they're going to have seats out there. Our audience could sit there. You can be our audience. You can even ask questions. Maybe write them down, and then we'll read the question out, and we'll ask the experts what the questions are, and they'll be able to answer your questions. And they may have counselors here too to counsel you one on one. So there's big things coming this year with the Lozada team and the Chips and Salsa and the empowerment that the Lozada team is giving us to do this show and reaching out to the public. So it's something that's, if you haven't tried it, come on down. If you're curious, come on down, watch the show. You're more than invited. If you have questions about home ownership, they'll be glad to uh, give you those answers that you need. And it's up to you. It's all up to you
And
because
you
we're going to
know
empower you.
how you can help us, help the show, help yourself. Tell people about this show because we're going to be here every Thursday at 4 p.m. Arizona time. And maybe you're watching from out of state. That's okay. You know why? Because we had that discussion also with some previous guests. And maybe you're out of state, you're thinking about moving to Arizona, or you know somebody in Arizona, or you just need some basic information about home ownership. Well, they still will take your call.
Yep.
You can still answer questions because these guys have a lot of years of experience and they're sharp women. They're super sharp women. So
I
take
can't
advantage of it.
I can't wait to see meet the other team agents that they have on board. I've already met two, and I met the insurance agent. I'd like to meet more of them because these people that were on our show, they're so empowering, they're so dynamic, and their stories are so dynamic of how they got involved with the Losada team. And I expect that the rest of the team agents that are with the Lozada team of the 22, uh, it'll be really nice to hear and informative to hear what they have to say about how they approach the real estate business with the and an industry with their clients and how they've helped people get home. So, and it was really helpful. They were telling us about scam artists that are out there that you have to watch out for. Some people don't know. You read a thing on the paper that says, call this number. You call the number and they say, leave an envelope under the door or something, and you want a house so
Yeah, they
bad.
told us some horrible stories,
I
huh?
know, and the Lozada team knows all these stories, and they relate that, and we're going to be going over this over the next few months, weeks, and months coming up, and you'll learn so much about the real estate uh, aspect of the Lozada team and how they can help you. They're very friendly people, and I'm proud to be associated with Christina and Martha and the whole team, all the team agents that are with the Lozada team.
What's that number again for them?
The number for Christina Lozada is 602-460-4295. And for Martha Rodriguez, her number is 623-326-7518. And she's with Security National Mortgage. And Christina, of course, Lozada is the the um,
Realtor.
the realtor, and she's the head of the Lozada team. And then you have all your team agents that are so qualified to help you.
So it's going to be a really good experience. And those horror stories, they were pretty bad. I
Yeah,
mean, they talked about one guy, he got a number and they told him something like, well, just leave a cash envelope under the doormat. Well, it was a scam, and you might say, well, you shouldn't have done that. But, you know, she talked about some people are, it's desperation. You're trying to find a place to rent or to live. And
and they get make a
it's
deal
crazy.
so good that you can't refuse. And here you looked at 5 or 6 different places and you've been turned down, and all of a sudden you're uh, you're being offered a house, a terrific house that you looked at, and it's like, oh wow, I like the outside of this house. And so they say, hey, we need the down payment so we can start the closing, and then we'll the good faith what is it? Good faith
Good faith estimate.
uh, deposit, and so you think that you're in line, first in line, and so you're waiting for them to come and show you the house, and then they never show up because they didn't own the house. They just took your money.
And
And
George and I, what happened was we were referred to Christina and Martha. And so we talked to them extensively and we're so comfortable with them. And they told us about their experience and all their good years of doing this. And they've been very involved with the this real estate world and in the Arizona area. And they've done a lot of Spanish, let's call them Spanish speaking transactions, okay? But they want to expand their world more because they've been so successful and they have so much to offer. So, George and I were really particular. If you follow us on our show, we're very judgmental. Okay, we'll say that. So we wanted to talk to them extensively and make sure we kind of partnered with them that we were talking to some professionals who knew what they were doing. And we did. We spent some time with them, lunch. It was a lunch hour. I couldn't be there, but I was over the phone talking to them, and George was there too. And we were very convinced that, yeah, we need to do this. This is going to be something good
they,
for everyone
yeah,
involved.
they're coming to this part of the this part of the neighborhood. Um, they're coming to this part of the neighborhood, so you could uh, they want to reach out to South Central, to the families out here, and this is the way that they're reaching out. Later on, I think they're going to expand to other areas that that lack this kind of involvement, and the Lozada team will do it,
And I tell you
and that's
what,
their plan.
we just got a comment, and thank you very much, Julian, for bringing it to our attention. But our good friend Melissa Gallegos, she says we need to buy this year, and I mean that's perfect because if they're looking in this area, I mean whatever area, they're really familiar with
Right?
the
Yeah,
entire
you don't. It
valley.
doesn't necessarily have to be in this area, because
Hmm.
they can reach out to other areas because they have a big reach. Except people might want to buy around here. They were
This is a
raised,
great area,
you
by the
know,
way. It really
their
is.
family was raised here. The the family was raised here. They're they love the area, and this area is growing.
Well, I want to encourage Melissa
This
because,
and
she needs.
this area has developed from the a long time ago.
Tell me
When I
about it.
used to come by this area, and when you bought in this area,
Oh
it
yeah.
was so many new supermarkets, so many new industrial sites have
This whole
developed.
center wasn't even here. It wasn't even here when I got here. But
Exactly.
Melissa, this is great that you left that comment. I'll be in touch with you and I'll connect you with
Yeah.
the ladies with Christina. And in fact, that's what we're gonna do. We take a little break and then we're gonna bring this fabulous team here on the show to
Yeah.
Christina
You'll
and
get to
Martha.
meet Christina
Woo, the stars
and
of the
Martha,
show.
and hear from the experts, because
That's right.
you've been hearing from us. Let's hear from the experts now, because that's
Uh,
why we're here for them.
okay, so don't go away. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes and we'll introduce you to Christina Lozada and Martha Rodriguez. All right. back. We're so excited and thrilled. I'm Alice Lara with,
Don Jorge.
and this is the Chips and Salsa Show powered by the Lozada team. And guess what? We've got the stars of the show right here in studio. They battled the traffic coming here to bring you their wonderful, wonderful team of information.
And
And, s-
Happy New
and
Year
Happy
to
New
our
Year,
girls.
right? So, first off, we're going to introduce you to Christina Lozada.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. We're live now, right?
We are live now, and we also
Oh.
have Martha Rodriguez. We've been talking a lot about you guys, so you are the realtor. Now, do I?
Yes.
I always want to mispronounce that. Is that realtor? Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, good. And then we have the finance end from Security National, and that's Martha Rodriguez.
Correct.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't we start off? And Christina, this is like first time we've gotten to do this. I'm so excited. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself. We've been talking about how wonderful your team is and what a great, great resource you are, like a one-stop shopping. But maybe tell them a little bit about yourself and how why they need to see you before anybody else.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm very happy and excited to be here with Jorge and Chips and Salsa show
Alice.
and Alice. So we're very happy to be here today and just reach out to you, the community out there who is watching. If you guys are looking to buy a house, I've been here at the Valley of the Sun for over 20 years, always helping out my community. If you guys need any type of help with housing or either buy or sell a house, we are the experts that can help you and guide you throughout the process.
20 years? No way. Really?
Well, well,
You
20
started like you
years,
were 10 years
yeah,
old?
20 years servicing the Hispanic community here
Awesome.
in the Valley of the Sun. Of course, I work at a bank before helping. Then I used to work at the Maricopa County court as well, interpreting for our people there as well. So my background is just experience in helping people, reaching out, helping, being of service to someone else. So that's what motivated me to become a realtor and help out the community and help them out when they're buying a house as well.
That's fantastic. That's great. And now let's go to you, to me.
Marta.
Marta.
Martha.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marta Rodriguez, and I'm doing loans for more than 18 years already with the different lenders, with the different bank, and now I'm with the best, with Security National
There you
Mortgage.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, with them we have a lot of a lot of different programs for people who need to buy a house and they thinking that probably they need a lot of money to buy the house for the down payment. But no, we have a lot of programs where you can come up with zero,
Wow. Zero
zero
down?
down. Yes, correct.
And see,
George,
that's
you
what I
need to
was
jump
saying.
in
That's
there.
what I was saying.
Yes.
The Lozada team is reaching out to the community, to the people that want to fulfill that dream of home ownership, and they let you know about programs like the one that Martha just mentioned with zero down. I didn't know zero down, but I knew there were programs with zero down or easy financing, stuff that the government offers to people that other people don't tell you about. The Lozada team will tell you, will help you qualify, and they reaching out to the community
Mhm.
to help people. They talk about dreamers. Okay, we know what dreamers are, but people dreaming of home ownership, that's a different type of home ownership. That's type of dreaming of the American dream. And they got how many, 22, 23 team agents that work under
Yes.
you?
Yes, it's 23 of us there in the Lozada team. So anytime you come to us, you won't feel like you're left out or you're unattended. There's always somebody there who's going to be helping you and guiding you throughout the process. Either if you want to buy a house or if you want to sell a house, I mean, we're there for you. It's a great market right now for people who want to buy. The interest rates are low. There's many programs that you can take advantage of because there's a program called Home in Five. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with that program. This program actually gives you the money if you qualify for the down payment. So
Wow.
that means buying
Wow.
the house with zero money out of pocket. It's not because you're not coming up with your down payment, but it's because the program is giving you the money for the down payment. And not only only that program, but there's multiple programs that can help you out with financing assistance as well. So all you need to do is just give us a number. Remember, the first thing you need to do is call us, and a loan officer will sit down with you. They will go over your credit report, your income, and they will tell you for how much you qualify. And I don't know, Martha, if you want to share the requirements for them to qualify. What, let's say somebody wants to buy a house, what are the requirements when they come and meet with you?
Yeah, it's there are very simple steps that we need to take, and it's basically it's your tax returns for the last 2 years, most recently pay stubs for the whole month, and bank statements for the last 2 months. And we need to run your credit, and we can go from there. Depend on your credit, and it's what if your credit is not in there to qualify for that assistance, then we're gonna guide you and let you know what exactly you need to do, so that way you can be able to buy a house and take advantage of all those programs, that they're available in there. And there a lot of lenders didn't like to work it out with those kind of down payment assistance. The reason why, it's because it's little money involved. And but with Security National, we don't care, so we
Mhm.
help, and we try to encourage to all the most of the buyers to take advantage of all those programs that are available.
And Martha, that's something someone calls you up, and it's not like you're going to charge them for that information. They can come in and get all of that advice and guidance from you and information.
Correct. Yeah, it's not a they not there is any fee to sit down with our buyers, and to the borrowers. We don't have any charge. We're not charge any money up front. Usually everything have to go through title, and then they just need to pay for their appraisal. But
Sure.
it's just after they. But for the consultant, it's completely free.
I mean, what a great deal, because even if you really don't know where you are, I don't know, why not give her a call? Talk to her on the phone for a little bit and maybe set up an appointment.
Yeah, and that's true, because sometimes they don't know. They say, "Oh well, I don't know where my credit it is. I don't know. I think I have a bad credit," and don't disqualify you by yourself. Give us the opportunity to sit down with you and look at your credit and guide you, so you can be able to buy a house. And even
What
though with the I'm sorry, even though with the people who have a high interest rate right now, the rates there are is low, the lowest on the for a long, long time. So take advantage. If you own a house and you want to refinance your house, take advantage right now, because we don't know for how long those interest is going to be that low. So you just need to give us a call.
Yeah, something else I wanted to add to that, Martha. Even if people call us, we just never turn anybody back. We always say, okay, come into the office. We're going to take your application. We're going to see where you're standing. And maybe if you don't qualify right now, you'll be able to qualify in the near future. I mean, they'll put him in a program where the guide is going to be there. If you want to buy, and if you know that you don't qualify, you need to still come and see us, because we'll give you the guide on what you need to do and prepare yourselves so you can be ready when the time comes. Yeah, and
We,
that is great. And all the information is it's completely free.
yeah,
and
we never say no. We just say when.
I
and
love that.
and
That's a good
and
line.
we met one of their team, uh, not team agents, but a group that is with the Lazada group, the
Hmm.
insurance company, and they were saying that they're part of this group of the Lazada team, and they come in and they insure the loan so that it goes through easier with the mortgage company and with the agent. So they have a team of, I believe, 6 agents from, I think it's Allstate.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
Allstate.
all states with us. So once you come in with us, you get pre-qualified. We go looking for a house. Well, first of all, you will have to get pre-qualified by Security National Mortgage. After you're pre-qualified, we go out, look for the house. We go under contract. Once we're under contract, people think, oh, that this is it. But no, there's insurance involved, appraiser involved, title company involved, home warranty involved. I mean,
Inspection.
inspection, it's a whole process, but we will guide you. Like people are like, oh my God, it's so many things, but we're walking them through the process. So just to make it easy.
And that's
and
why you
Mhm.
need somebody like this,
Yeah.
like we were
and
talking
they're
about, professionals.
all part of the Lozada
Yeah. Yeah. We
team.
work together.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Lozada team, of course, is your team agents, but part of the whole
Group.
structure is
Yeah.
Yeah.
the group is the mortgage company, is your insurance company, is your inspectors, everything. It's a big package. But the Lozada team experts lead you to the house, lead you to your dream, and that's what Christina is so good at with her team of what 22 or something. Is it
Yes.
22 team agents? And do you go to other cities, like let's say I live in Tolleson, but I want to buy in Chandler.
Yes, of course. We
So
work Phoenix and throughout the
okay,
valley as well. Yeah, we had people helping them in Scottsdale,
right,
Pasha
Casa
Junction.
Grande,
Yeah, even Arizona City. I sold houses. I drove over
okay.
there, showed
Maricopa.
houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really all over the valley.
And
Yes.
Alice was talking about virtual tours where they tour. You could tour from your house.
Yes, yes, a virtual tour. Let's say if somebody wants to buy a house, but they don't really have the time or they're busy with other things as well, we go and we actually do a video, a live video for the property, and then we just send it over to the client as well.
And
So they have questions, we're there, we're walking the house, and they're on camera live, and they're looking at the house, they're
Oh,
looking
wow.
at the features.
So that's
Yeah.
not just like whatever would be provided to you from the seller.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really good to me. It just made me think because when you're there, you're going to point out some different things about
Yes.
that with your all your experience
Yeah.
and the highlights and maybe a few negatives, maybe if you
Mhm.
think it's of interest to them. But I mean, I can't stress enough because we bought my husband and I bought about a townhome and then now we bought a
Mhm.
house after that. But to have the right people that you can trust and who are experienced, and I mean, this is a lot of 20 years of experience, 18 years of experience here, and it's so important. And the trust element, like I was telling them, we were telling them before, we had lunch with you guys.
Mhm.
I did it
Mhm.
virtually.
Yes.
Yes.
Not to
she did
mention,
it virtually.
but we were just so impressed about everything that you did, and you've been doing this for quite a while, and
and
this
Yes.
is
and
really a service to the
Yeah.
community. It's what you
Yes.
do.
Yes.
and
And we were number one last year, and I think this year we're going to be number
You were
one.
number one in the whole valley,
No, here in Maricopa County.
but that's
Yeah.
basically the
Yeah.
whole valley.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow,
that's
Maricopa
that's
County. I
fantastic.
mean,
fantastic.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
And it's all thanks to the team and our partners as well, and all of our clients that they just keep coming back, referring family and friends, just because they're so happy just to know that somebody that's going to be doing the right thing for them. And it's all about just doing the right thing for our clients. That's our priority.
that's what I was telling them a little earlier before you guys
Hmm.
got here, that I might buy a house from you, and I'm so happy, and I do a testimonial. But then my sister might want to buy a house, and I invite her,
Hmm.
and then she buys a house, and my brother buys a house, and other siblings buy
Not
houses.
to mention the
And
millions of friends that you have.
yeah, I have all kinds of friends, but
Everybody knows
it's
George.
it's um it's a testimonial to what can be accomplished with the Lozada team making people's dreams come true and their families' dreams come true, and that's why they're here in South Central is because they're gonna reach out to the community. They're gonna reach
Hmm.
out to people that were turned down, people that have been told, no, you can't qualify, and Latinos, they might feel intimidated,
Hmm.
but that's what the Lozada team, they're here with 22 agents to fulfill your dreams. And they'll reach out to other communities too, but they're here now because they see the need for the community to come together. And like I told you earlier, this is going to be open where you could come down and you could sit down and watch our show and write down questions. Christina, Martha, or one of their agents, if they're being interviewed that day, they'll be able to answer those questions live on
Hmm.
a studio, and you might have counselors out here that Christina and Martha might send down to counsel you one on one. All kinds of things are going to happen within these months that we're going to be doing this show, and like I was telling Alice, I'll feel so proud if just one person
Already got one
says,
customer.
I bought a house through the Lazada team, and this is my testimonial. You know how that makes you feel that you help somebody achieve the American dream. And Christina's been doing it for a long time, and Martha's been doing it for a long time. They know that feeling already. I want to feel that feeling.
Hmm.
So come
Help
down
George
here.
feel that feeling. Now, we want to talk about, because we had about 11 minutes left, and what we plan to do is he's talked about we might have little workshops here, or maybe
Yes.
we're done with the show at 5. Come by 24th Street and Baseline. Come on up right to here,
Hmm.
2070 East Baseline, and you can talk to these wonderful young ladies. That's kind of the plan. You have things planned like that.
And they'll
Yes.
invite you to their uh, business offices, which are nearby. So it's not only here, but they have other their satellite office that is where they'll invite you to talk to the agent, or you can talk to them here. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes, we're going to be creating a first time home buyers class here at this
Mhm.
location. And it's we're going to set up a date and we're going to be announcing it here. So it's usually going to be on a either Saturday or Sunday morning when people are off work and they can come and they can ask questions. We're going to have the team of the Lozada team as well as Security National Mortgage who are going to be sitting down with you. They're going to be taking your loan application, running your credit, giving you a copy of your credit report, and letting you know what you need to do just in case you don't qualify. But at least you know where you stand. So that's coming up. So it's gonna be maybe by the first week of next month that we're gonna be doing our first home buyers class here from this location. So we'll set up a date and we'll be announcing it every Thursday here on our show.
And maybe we'll appear. Maybe we'll come down here and you can meet Don Jorge and Alice and
And
the
eat
man
some chips
behind
and
the
Eat
salsa
chips
chips.
and
too.
salsa. That's right. And
Yeah.
it kind of, if you think about it, like, I do own a home right now. George is renting, thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice to know where you stand. So why not come down and meet this wonderful team and get some information? You might be surprised. I need to refinance my house
Mhm.
because rent
Mhm.
interest rates are slow. In fact, I do need to talk to you about that.
Okay.
And
Or
maybe
maybe you decide I do need to buy a house. Who knows?
you'll hear a testimonial from me, Don Jorge.
Maybe he'll have already
Yeah,
bought a house by then. Boy,
yeah,
these
Mhm.
guys are
yeah.
so good. He might already be in his brand new house
So
by that time. You
He's
never know.
gonna be in his house by March.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh
see
good
that?
yes.
prediction,
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
Margarita.
good.
You
She's
heard it
good.
here
Yeah.
You
on the
heard it
Chips and
here.
Salsa Show.
So
Home
Yes.
ownership for Don Jorge.
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
And my
Every
son's in the army. They said they at an earlier program they said they could help people in the service that
Veterans.
are residents here, maybe not residents here, but want to buy here. The Lozada team can help them. And with the military, there's other programs available
mhm.
with the VA benefit and stuff. So
Yes.
there's so much that you could learn from the Lozada team, and that we're going to learn from them too, because I'm just learning the real estate business from the Lozada team. And what I hear is fantastic. Now is the time because of the rates. The mortgage rates and the lender rates are low. So let's get on board now. If you even have an inkling about that dream, come to the meet the Lozada team. Meet Christina, meet her one of her agents, because they'll be here.
I,
Jor-
I have a,
Jorge,
I'm sorry,
oh,
you go ahead.
yeah, something very important that you mentioned that your son is in the service, right?
Right.
My daughter's in the Navy too.
Oh,
And we
Great.
have a couple of people that are in the service that are trying to buy a house, but Security National Mortgage also specializes on VA loans. So
oh,
anybody that,
Yes.
oh, thank you
Mhm.
for your
That's your
service too back
specialty.
Yeah.
there in our
yes.
camera over
U.S. Air
here.
Force.
Yes, Air
Yeah.
Force. Yeah. So if you guys have maybe family members or they're in the service, there's special loan programs for you as well.
Mhm.
So all you need to do is just give us a call and we'll help you and walk you through the whole process.
Yeah,
And
and like you said, you mentioned Christina, as Christina has their own group too. We are a team, and we have a people specialized in every single. Like we have one person who specializes on VA loans. So basically, we are a complete team
Boy,
also
you
at
got everything covered.
Vasquez. Yes,
just
yes.
give the Lozada team a you know a chance, or
Mm-hmm.
come and try them and see if they answer your questions.
Una llamadita nomás.
That's all you need. And let's give that
It's
number again,
yes,
okay?
that's all you need. Just one call,
You can
and that can
call.
change your life.
Yeah, it
Believe
can.
me.
Life changing. Absolutely. You can call 602 460 4295. That's 602 460 4295. And that gets you to the Lozada team, the Christina team. And then if you're interested more in the finance part of it, you can call Martha Rodriguez, and that's 623 326
And the
7518.
insurance, I believe that number down there is for the insurance, but I'm not sure. But not only home ownership, but that leads up to car ownership, property insurance, all kinds of stuff. But they have so many ways to help you in the real estate business. The Lozada team is number one, and we recommend them highly. Number one.
Number one for our people. I
for
would
our
I would put
people.
it that
There
way.
you go. There you go.
Nice.
Number one for our people. So if you're renting out there, I think it's time to be a homeowner this year. If your resolution for this year, 2021, it is to be a homeowner, we're here to help you, and we want to make that home ownership possible for you and your family. There's no better feeling than owning a house, a home, something that is yours, that your kids are going to be running, feeling like it's their own little space there. So it's amazing just to be a homeowner. So I encourage you, if you're renting now, and you're looking to maybe buy this year, give us a call. We are going to be helping you in the right way.
And this is our way to reach out to the community. I really emphasize that this is the way to reach out to the community is through home ownership, to empowerment of the community, to people to feel like they're empowered. They got their own home, and it was through the Lazada team and through the Chips and Salsa show for bringing it on there. You know, it's like
Yes.
this is gonna
Powered by the Lozada team.
powered by the Lazada team, of
Yes,
course.
and
Yeah.
we are bilingual, totally bilingual. Hablamos español 100% también. So a todas las familias les quiero hacer la invitación. Si están buscando comprar casa, nos pueden llamar. Aquí con mucho gusto les vamos a ayudar de la manera correcta también para que usted pueda lograr el sueño americano de ser dueño de casa.
That's beautiful. Would you get that on tape, Julian? Because that's a wonderful commercial. Do that. You just did a fantastic, perfect commercial.
Yep.
The question I was going to ask you, but you kind of already answered it because I was going to say, what are your specialties, or
Mhm.
you have a, this is a nice little expansion that you're doing right here. But I love that you really cater to the veterans as well, and you can do. It sounds like you can do just about anything, really, right?
I think the
Yes.
experience that we have in real estate, there's nothing impossible. And even the impossible, we try to make it possible. So we're here for that. And we usually do anything and everything that has to do with real estate. We also help investors, people who want to buy a house, fix it up, and then sell it, make a business out of that. I mean, we've been doing that for many years. We have investors from California that they buy in Arizona, buy, fix, and then sell. So
Mhm.
they have a business just running out of real estate, just buying a property, fixing it up, and putting it for sale. So if you're even looking to invest, buy a house, either a foreclosure or something from the auction, we are the experts that can help you and guide you how you can start your own flipping business as well.
So, Christina, that's a really good point because a lot of people are watching from out of state and different.
Yes.
So, if they're thinking about doing that, and do you handle the management of that as well? If I bought a house and I want to rent it, but I don't want to deal with all the rental
Mhm.
headache, do you guys have something for that as well?
Yes, NextGen, the company that I'm signed up with, the Lozada team is part of NextGen as well. So NextGen has a management company just that they focus on rentals. So if you need to rent your house, we have the right people that can help you with the rentals. Yeah,
Fantastic.
There's
yes,
Fantastic.
management, right?
yeah, management.
Yeah, and they can buy the house. They we have loans for those type of houses too. It's a little difference because they call it as an investment or a second home
Okay.
in here. But again, the same thing. There's a lot of people who are moving over here and they don't want to move until they find a house, but they already have an offer, a job offer in here.
Right.
We can do the loan. The only thing that we need is the offer letter, and before funding, we just need the first pay stubs. So basically, you don't have to live in here to buy a house. If you already have an offer job, we can you can start
So I didn't know
that
that.
process to buy a
See how
house.
much information we're learning just this one little show, just in this last half
Yeah,
hour.
just those
We've
last
learned
half
so
hour.
much information, and there's going to be more coming up. Okay, we got a
Yes,
couple of minutes left. Let's give your information out again and what we kind of plan for the future of the show.
sure.
Yes,
Christina?
yes. Well, my phone number is 602-460-4295. And remember, save up the either Saturday or Sunday of the next coming month. We're going to have our first time home buyers class here on what's the location here?
It's 2070 East Baseline, 24th Street and Baseline area.
Yeah, we're gonna be here live, and also we do have our TV show in Telemundo. So if you guys want to follow us there, or Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, just search Christina Lozada Realtor, and you can find me there as well.
And
Fantastic.
you can watch our podcast
Hmm.
with the Lozada team, powered by Lozada team, every Thursday. And we have the podcast on YouTube, on Facebook, and other mediums. So
And of course, Central City Radio app.
Central City Radio, who is broadcasting this right now, Central City.
Great. All right. Any last thoughts before we sign up? We're so thrilled to be teaming up with you ladies and the Lozada team. It's going to be fantastic.
It's a heck of a
Um,
partnership, I think.
yeah, it's going to be great for La Comunidad, La Voz de la
Yeah,
Comunidad.
La Voz de la Comunidad, and that's such a brilliant start to 2021. People will be saying La Voz de la Comunidad, and we will have testimonials too.
Yes, well, just remember, anybody looking out there, if you guys are looking to buy or sell, just give us a call and we will help you. Martha, anything you want to say before?
No, thank you so much. And just we're gonna keep posting on the, especially on the um, classes, so you can be, be part of those classes with us.
Great. And we will have that information for you as soon as
Right.
we get that
We'll
confirmed.
blast it out to you.
Great. Well,
Mhm.
thank you very much for tuning in. Please tune in next Thursday again here at 4 p.m. And we're going to give you information. And who knows, we've got some great guests. I know they have some good surprises coming up. And if you've tuned in at all for any length of time to this broadcast, you know it was worth your while. I'm
And
Alice Lara,
Don Jorge, we're having a chip from the Chips and
Chips and
Salsa show.
Salsa. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
And
you.
we'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yes.